All right, man. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Let's talk a little bit NBA real quick, man. I seen some of the receivers online giving out their top 5 greatest receivers of all time. And it's crazy that some people think Randy Moss is even in the top 3. But it's not a football conversation. It's not really it's a casual football conversation, bro. And it's a generational gap there, but I'm not going to argue about that right now. We did that video like last year. All right, but let's talk about the greatest of all time in the NBA. And really, it ain't no GOAT, no greatest of all time. It's the best of your era, because you never can put prime LeBron versus prime Jordan and all of that. But if you were to do that, I mean, I'm just trying to guess, when did most of these dudes pass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? You know what I'm saying? Like, when did LeBron become better than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? Last time I checked, fucking LeBron didn't have as many championships as Kareem. All right, that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? LeBron chasing Kareem for the points leader in all time, points leader, and Kareem didn't play didn't play in a generation where they took a lot of threes. He wasn't out there shooting a lot of threes. He was playing efficient basketball doing that. The majority of his shit came off of tools. Just keep that in mind. Him and LeBron got around the same defensive team, making the first team defenses around the same, I believe. I could be wrong. He's a 19-time All-Star, 6 NBA titles, 2 final appearances. I think he was 6-time MVP, or 5-time NBA League MVP. He got LeBron beat on the MVPs, either 5 or 6. He got like 5 or 6 championships too. And I'm pretty sure his record ain't 3-6 in the finals. No pun intended, but pun intended. All right. So all I'm asking, like, even for dudes talking about Kobe and Magic and shit, Kareem had a title without Magic, even though he had Oscar Robertson, man. What did he do is pass up Kareem? You know what I'm saying? When did Kobe pass up? Oh, it's a guards league. At one point, it was a big man league. People forget that it revolved around the big man. Oscar Robertson wouldn't have got no championship without Kareem. You know what I'm saying? And everybody pretty much that won a championship that had like a dynasty type of reign, they had a prominent big fella in the middle. Real talk. The Spurs, Rob Duncan and Tim Duncan and David Robinson. You know what I'm saying? You go through the Pistons, they were solid in the middle, they really didn't have a prominent big fella, but they had Bill Laimbeer, they had Rick Mahorn, and Dennis Rodman can do it all, Bird and them. They had the Chief, and they had Kevin McHale. Magic had Kareem, Oscar had Kareem. You know what I'm saying? So you had isolated incidents. Like Jordan is like the only one that didn't have a big man, a prominent big man. Don't give me Bill Cartwright. Gonna make me laugh. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no problem people saying Jordan was the GOAT, because his impact, in the sneaker game, his impact kind of taking the keys from Magic and Bird, commercially, and taking the game to a next level. And Jordan did some shit other people ain't never did before. You know what I'm saying? I can't remember nobody in history winning, I think, the MVP, the scoring title, the slam dunk title. He was a defensive player of the year. All that shit in one season. That's like the greatest season without topping it off with a championship. Had he topped it off with a title, I don't think it's a comparison anybody can be above him but Kareem. But what Kareem did, he revolutionized the game. You know what I'm saying? It's only isolated situations where you see, a guy like Jordan win a championship without another prominent or dominant big fella. Even people forget, there's never been a big fella that's been the best on his team and didn't dominate without a prominent guard. Bullshit, Hakeem Olajuwon. Shit, that 99 Spurs team, I don't think they had no all-star guard or wing on that team. We can go through history. We can go. You want to talk about Dennis Johnson? He was pretty good for the Celtics, but old boy was better. I mean, he wasn't no, Bird, McHale, and the big Chief, old ass Robert Parrish ass. That was the juice. That was the juice, man. So I mean, people just don't know the history, and that's why I say it shouldn't be no, like, niggas that don't know basketball, they shouldn't be talking about the greatest of all time. Talk about TBE, the best of your era. Because you didn't know Wilt Chamberlain. That nigga was benching like 400 pounds. He was perhaps the greatest athlete the NBA ever seen. You know, people forget that, man. Wilt Chamberlain was a tremendous athlete. God didn't just start making athletes in the 2000s. You know what I'm saying? For real. He didn't start making athletes in the 2000s. He been making athletes. Pete Maravich, one of the best ball handlers I ever seen. He was the original and1 dude. Isaiah Thomas is probably the greatest ball handler I've ever seen. He didn't carry or palm the ball. Say it again. He stayed on top of the ball. You know, people don't remember the young Z because some of these dudes don't know nothing about basketball, man. But yeah, man, Kareem arguably is the GOAT. He minimum second of all time. And they diminished what Shaq was, man. Shaq was dominant. Shaq was better. Shaq was more dominant than LeBron was. You know what I'm saying? For sure. Nobody won a championship by themselves. LeBron had Hall of Fame big fellas. Chris Bosh going into the Hall of Fame. Anthony Davis going into the Hall of Fame. Dwayne Wade, he going into the Hall of Fame. Arguably a top 5, top 7 shooting guard, depending on if you like what he did with his son or not. If you don't have no bias. Just look what the dudes he paid. But Kyrie might go down as one of the top ball handlers of all time. Kevin Love is very, very solid. He was one of the most dominant big fellas. You was talking about rebounding and double doubles in the NBA. People forget Kevin Love before LeBron pretty much poisoned his career. You know what I'm saying? So he played with a lot of great ball players, man. They act like LeBron ain't had no help, but then when LeBron win it, they diminish his help. Like Ray Allen ain't hit that shot and Kyrie ain't hit that shot. So don't give me like LeBron just doing it on his own. You know, he did it in the weak-ass era in the Eastern Conference, too. He ain't better than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I don't care what none of you fools say. He chased a Kareem record. He's still chasing Kareem in MVPs, I believe. He got more finals MVPs than Kareem. They gonna give it to LeBron off rip. You know, Kareem, shot block leader multiple times, rebound leader multiple times. What move LeBron got that's patent? He a better defensive player than LeBron. Prime for prime. With that little one-handed dunk, Kareem got the sky hook, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So, for real, man, LeBron ain't better than Kareem. You can make an argument that Kareem better than Jordan. I'll listen to it, but when you talk about 1 or 2 in all time, nigga, it's Michael and Kareem, whatever order you want to put them in. 1A, 1B. LeBron, they want to talk about, oh, he played some hard teams in the final. I ain't trying to hear that. You play the hand you dealt. Jordan played some great fucking teams. Kareem played some great Celtic teams and all that. You know what I'm saying? They played some hell of a teams, man, in the finals, man. That Sixer teams that they beat when Kareem got injured in Game 7 and Mike Magic played center, that was a hell of a team. You know what I'm saying? But these dudes don't know. That's why you can't have basketball. You can't be talking about basketball conversations and you don't know the history, bro. You don't know, oh, this is LeBron's great. Man, bullshit. Bullshit. He can't even better than Kobe. The best Kobe is better than the best LeBron. Kobe had a crossover. LeBron ain't never had a crossover. He just big. Crossover, consistent mid-range game, get to the bucket with finesse or power. The young Kobe, man, was a problem. He ain't better than Shaq at his best. I don't care what nobody. Shaq was one of the most dominant big fellas I ever seen. That motherfucker barely top 5. And Larry Bird was a bad white boy too, man. Bad. Larry Bird averaged a 40 ball in this league today, the way they playing. An efficient 40. When these old dudes couldn't play. They don't play no defense. Kareem Abdul, put Draymond on Kareem, bro. Had Brook Lopez guarding Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Like he be guarding Anthony Davis. Kareem gonna drop the 40-40. Put Shaq out there. And this league is garbage. I don't even watch the NBA like I used to. I was an avid NBA fan when they had it on Saturdays and Sundays. They ain't care if the NFL was coming on. David Stern had his middle finger up like, nah. Stern had his middle finger up like, I don't give a fuck. He was like, I don't care if y'all gonna come out and play this game or not. This the NFL, fool. And this the NBA, he didn't care. For real, man. He did not care. But it is what it is, dog. Everybody gonna have their opinion. They gonna think that, but I tell you today the NBA is watered down. But all I'm trying to say, man, y'all need to go do y'all homework. Cause that fool ain't better than LeBron, not better than Kareem. But hey, it's my opinion. NBA Talk. Check our NBA Talk playlist out, man. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you got business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Keep sharing the videos, man. Appreciate the love, support. One time for one time. We gone.